Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Rebels offense will get the first possession of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Getting some heat. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This is a short kick, but the problem is the angle. Just drives it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Takes the handoff. It's Bentley. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. The Rebels will hustle to the line. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Running it back, it's Durham. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll run it on the counter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The sure hands, it's Daniels. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to power their way ahead. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
Big 1st down sack for the defense. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they got him for the sack.
Great job by the pass rush up front. 3rd and long situation. They're anticipating pass, and they know the quarterback's going to have to hold on to the football. Nice job pinning their ears back and getting home.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The give to the back.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
It's a draw. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's got it on the right. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. When you talk about the next game on the schedule, they're always looking forward to this one.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Wide receiver shows motion. The run from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Dark. They're bringing heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The Rebels line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field. That's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3 as they get set to snap it. Time winding down here in the quarter. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to run it in from the... Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a very interesting scene playing out right now in this marquee top 25 matchup. USC is currently working from behind, but in front of a packed Coliseum, anything is possible. That fight song, those uniforms, momentum can change quickly. They're trailing by 10 to Penn State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Rebels are in the hurry up. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. What a snag by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Complete to the left. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Tigers! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Watkins. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
On second down, he'll fire. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Under heat, he gets rid of it. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. The Rebels send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Running it back, it's Durham. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play call.
Oh, it's out! Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble.
And the Tigers take over 1st and 10.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. 3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Fast motion from the offense. From the gun, running back gets to give.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Gonna run it. It's Parrish. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Wells. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. The Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Pocket starts to collapse. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking downfield, it's Dart. Feeling some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's a passing situation. Man, you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're testing the right side here. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Second down coming up.
Just feeds the running back. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. The throw to the outside is complete. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wells. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43.
Well, they're able to complete the hitch throw against man coverage. And, hey, quarterback's got to be able to get it to him quickly because he knows that defender is going to be driving on the ball. So really nice job not hesitating, getting it to him, and then he gets what he can get after the catch.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Little touch pass to the receiver. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down. The Rebels want to move quickly. Running back searching for a hole. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Power football with the run. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Unloads quickly. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Scanning the field, it's Dart. Throwing right. Got a wide open receiver. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. Man, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies. Throw it to them, and they'll make big plays for you.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. USC has just had no answers today. You should see what the Trojan greats are saying on social media right now. Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, talk about not safe for work.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Daniels.
They're trailing by 16 to Penn State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That's caught. It's Hilton. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Off the play fake. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They'll try the run. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. And the quarterback is snowed under.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Fires it incomplete. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Durham. And the returner will be brought down. Line gets set. 1st down. He's looking to throw it. The quick out. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Trying to move them on the counter. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down.
defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver. You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
14.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you scored here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Snagged on the outside, it's Wells.
Well, it's a good decision by their quarterback, and I know you didn't get the first down, but the good news is you got a chunk of yards back, now setting up 4th and short and giving yourself an opportunity to go for it here and keep this drive going.
And the Rebels decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. On the return, it's Durham. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play.
Afterburners coming. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man. And some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, 2 former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense dangerous.
To the ground with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Running behind that left side. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. They're going to ride this running back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wells. And the Rebels get it past the sticks. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They'll throw it on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Leaves it with the running back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And it's right down the boulevard.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? He makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll give it to the back. Can't get him to the ground. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Nussmeier. And that pass intercepted. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll leave it with him. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Pressure coming. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. And the Rebels get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They're working that left side. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And he missed it. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense.
Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Still running at the 40. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Great move. Now he's got room. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. From the gun, running back on the move. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. On the Houdini-like moves, get it to the 22. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Looking for the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Motion from the offense. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Rebels in the hurry-up. Going to run it. It's Parrish. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense in the hurry-up. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. They go to the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. On the move, it's Durham. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the ground game. Breaks the tackle. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard, and he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the defense, rushing the quarterback, understanding pass, and getting the big fella on the ground.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. It'll be a draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Dart. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Harris. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Watkins. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
No gain on first down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield. It's Parrish. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. He wants to throw it again. He lets it fly. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous position.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got his man to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. On the run, it's Bentley.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab over the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw. It's Dart. It's complete on the right side. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Rebels have this offense rolling.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
Comes out throwing on first down. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. And the incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Caught on the outside, it's Watkins. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. Hit the afterburners, kid. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. He'll keep it himself. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact, and every player will tell you that. There are some games that are highlighted before the season that this game matters more, and it's not that the other ones don't matter. It's just that the hate runs so deep for some of these rivalries and some of these kids that grew up across the street from each other that went to different schools, Jesse. You can feel it.
David, you're absolutely right. And I wonder, because it was a rivalry game, did the losing team get a little overhyped? It just looked like they were pressing too much in this football game. They made too many uncharacteristic mistakes, and as a result, they take the L.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.